Hey everyone, you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast, and today we are going to do the review of SummerSlam 2017. Guys, this SummerSlam was a pretty long SummerSlam, and this wasn't a best SummerSlam you can say, but this was a comfortable watch or a good show you can say pretty much, and some matches steal this show, and we can certainly watch this SummerSlam, but not a very recommended SummerSlam if you consider in a top five situation. If you ask me, because nowhere into the top five you can say that, but certainly a good show that I felt, and I actually didn't watch the kickoff show, but when I looked the matches and all, I didn't felt like I should watch it. But when I checked out the reviews and all, I had a look at the Smackdown tag team titles match, which all were claiming that was an excellent match, and I thought about the maybe I should watch this. So I actually watched this match. It was so fantastic that this match, I did know that New Day and the Usos had a great series of matches before, and this is one of them. And the back in 2017, that period, 2016-2017 period, the New Day Usos storyline was so hot, and their matches were each matches were upping their previous matches. So this match was very excellent, and the way they actually progressed this match, so much of heat they actually bring into the crowd, and excitement into the kickoff show. uh, great stuff. And this match actually began in a I can say normal manner, where both of them you cannot take the performance. Both of them I mean, the New Day and Usos, they were performing very well, and we saw the control segments and all. But when it got started, man, after 10 minutes or so, this match was so fast paced, and so many maneuvers. And one thing that was very special in this match was the tag team moves, the tag team maneuvers that they actually, the tandem offenses you can say, that they put on in this match. So much good. I mean, both of them had both I mean, New Day and the Usos actually had something that was very different that they had shown before. So that was this, especially that one of the sequence where they had Big E actually slamming in a Uranagi, and Xavier Woods actually into the backstabber, kind of converts in backstabber. That was great offense. And Usos as well, so many high flying moments and all. So great match. Can Great would be kind of an understatement, I would say. Can say excellent match. And this was so good, and lot of near falls that actually gripped that actually made this match kind of a gripping feel, and a very dramaful feel, who's gonna win kind of thing. And lots of control as well, but in the beginning. But I like this match, I would say, because kind of in a slow manner, then into a control manner, then it escalated into an all-out kind of thing. And both looked fantastic here. And the Usos won the SmackDown tag team titles here, a title change. And this is one of the SummerSlam that had too many title changes, and mostly 90% of them titles were changed hands in this 2017 SummerSlam. Again, this in the ending of this match, we saw Usos hit a double super kicks on Biggie. That was such a great segment, and such a great performance. I mean, they took New Day into the limit, and the Usos had to do a lot of things to above their heel tactics to just get that victory. And Usos hit double super kicks on Biggie twice, and then hit super kicks again in a row. And Usos hit the double super fly splash on Biggie for the pinfall victory. And this was a 20 minutes match, but doesn't felt like that, man. This breezed so much fast, and it was like I mean, I'm saying a excellent match uh, as a kick in a kickoff show. And you don't see excellent match or fantastic matches in a kickoff show. And you cannot take that from this match, I would say. And post that, we get into the main card officially, and we actually began with the first match, John Cena versus Baron Corbin. This was just an average match, a Cena kind of match, where Baron Corbin kind of got a rub from John Cena, you can say that, and some control by Baron Corbin. But we know how John Cena actually comebacks and all, and with the shoulder attacks, and we know ton of times you have seen it. So but there was some good offense by Baron Corbin, can say that. But overall, when we see this match, it was an average match. The good thing, this match didn't take a lot of time. And even if it was an average match, it was just, you can pass through, okay stuff, you can say that. And John Cena kicking off the main card, it's not a bad thing, you can say that. And post that, we got a Smackdown Women's Championship match, Naomi versus Natalia. And I wasn't very excited for this match because I'm not a big fan of Naomi as well as Natalia. But I do think so. Natalia, one of the good match, singles match by Natalia, I would say. And this actually began with in a normal manner. Uh, and this match actually then in the forward, it goes into a good stuff where the heel Natalia was controlling Naomi with so many maneuvers. And a lot of offenses was got by Natalia here, and Natalia was the one who was in this, and the major offense got in this match. And Naomi got her comeback and all. It was very worth, and it was good to see. But Naomi was being cut down by Natalia every time she was having a comeback. And they actually told a story where Natalia who is going to win, kind of thing. But in the ending of the thing, they had a lot of emotions kind of into the phases of Naomi not getting the win. Just for a second, I thought that Naomi could be retaining the championship, but no. Natalia actually, in the ending of this match, Naomi actually go for a arm submission. Natalia countered into a sharpshooter. Natalia had a sharpshooter locked in the center of the ring. Naomi crawled to the ropes and sent Natalia back first into the turnbuckle. Good offense. And Naomi went for the split-legged moonsault off the top, and Natalia got her knees up. Natalia slapped on the sharp shooter again, and Naomi tapped out. And Natalia wins, and becomes the new SmackDown Women's Champion. So one of the title changes that we begin with in the main card. This was, I would say, this was a pretty good match. And nothing very special, but a good character work by both of them. Naomi played perfectly as a face character. Her emotions, facial expressions were good. Natalia played the heel character very well. And the sharpshooter had a lot of importance, as well as they actually told the story of Bret Hart. And this was when Natalia was getting, I mean, in the main event scene and getting pushed, because before that she was into the tag team, I mean, the six-man thing before. Yeah, she wasn't very prominently featured into a championship match. So this was a moment for both of them. So Natalia got the victory here and became the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And we get to the next match, Big Show versus Big Cass. This was an average match, you can see. But there was a story here where Big Show has his left hand actually injured, and it was taped up. And Enzo Amore was in a shark cage, and there was some comedic stuff as well, where Enzo Amore was trying to escape from the cage, and just undressing him, and putting on the oil just to slip out of the cage. And that was good entertainment for me, I would say, because before the match was so boring. I was like, it's this show at this time, like, I was like, oh man, this show is so much long right now, and I want to get past through this match. And there was a moment like this. Like I said, every when every bad match actually comes up, kind of a nothing kind of match. And that was the only story, as I said. And that was being for the offense for Big Cass, and Big Cass looked very strong. They had high hopes for Big Cass when they bring up, and when they actually broke up Enzo Amore and Big Cass. And but I would say that Big Cass and Enzo Amore was the best thing that they had. After that, it all gone downhill for both of them, both of the competitors. And In the ending of this match, we saw Enzo slip through the bars of the shark cage. The crowd cheered for that. Enzo lowered himself in the ring, and Cass hit Enzo with a big boot. And a Big Cass hit a boot on the Big Show. And I thought about that maybe Big Show would be closing in with a punch, and but Big Cass looked very strong here. Didn't create a distraction for him. Cass hit another big boot, and second try after the Empire Elbow drop, got the pinfall victory. And this was the right decision, if you can say, because you are creating a new big man. So Big Show having a rub on Big Cass, that was this match. And But looked very strong for Big Cass, you can say that. And Not what we expect kind of thing. But we didn't see Big Cass going anywhere after this, because he didn't get kind of a main event push that he kind of deserved, I think so. But anyways, guys, we had a great this segment where Kurt Angle and Raw GM, SmackDown GM, actually had a kind of a discussion that got into a way where they said that Raw is going to steal the show, SmackDown is going to steal the show. And they had a no, yes, yes kind of catchphrase. And it's damn true, said by Daniel Bryan. That was good. And Bryan said that the SmackDown has the international appeal. Main event, that's Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And Angle said the Universal title match is going to be epic. The four big monsters are going to be pitting against each other. So a lot of, I mean, you can certainly see that the Fatal Four Way is the one which the fans, including me, was waiting for. And Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke Nakamura, I would say it was not a bad booking, but it was a match. But still, can say that that was the bigger pond than this international appeal that Daniel Bryan said. And that was one of the fun moments. And we get to a kind of impromptu match, you can say. Randy Orton made his entrance, and Rusev attacked him from the back. And Rusev kind of got some kind of 1 minute or something offense on Rusev. After that, ref rang the bell, and Rusev charged at Orton, but Orton hit an RKO and just silence him with a one RKO and get the pinfall victory. And you want to see burying, you could watch this match, because Rusev is literally buried to a I mean, you can say so many so many miles below, because he was such a buried superstar at this time. He was not getting pushed. And back then, when 2015, 2016, such a nice period was for Rusev, where he was had a storyline with John Cena, the US title picture. I like that. Very like that. After that, it didn't go well for him. But then that turned over into that Rusev Day gimmick, and that was good. But they didn't cash in on that. That would have been a big moment, but they didn't do that. All right, guys, we next get into the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. And this match, one of the match that I liked in this show. And the show actually got into a better quality after this. And because we were expecting some big matches coming, and this was that. And Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks. This match actually had a quite a while to a kind of understand. I mean, it was a more of a character work by Bliss getting an opportunity to have that match at SummerSlam and against Sasha Banks. And this was a point where Alexa Bliss is kind of into a peak, but she'll still is developing her character, and her heel character that was so good. And the fact that I was very expecting that this Fiend association with Alexa Bliss that's going to be good, but no man, this was one of the best version of Alexa Bliss that was there, and Bliss did her very well job by her heel tactics, and Sasha Banks played perfect by a babyface. It's very odd to see Banks play heel because she isn't she isn't a baby face that kind of looks like, because she can play it, but I'm more into Sasha Banks playing heel character, that she plays it perfectly well. But this wasn't bad as well. Bliss got a lot of offenses and that cunning kind of opportunities here and there, uh, where she was getting offense on Sasha Banks and just tricking her, kind of babyface heel story that was going on. But in the later of this match, Bliss attacked the left arm of Banks with knee drives to. But I would say that this left arm working of Banks should have been done before, because most of this match length, Bliss was. Just they were having just a BP face heel, just a normal kind of match, and it was okay. You can see, you can watch it, but that left arm working and all should have done before as well. So that's what I felt. I would say that, but that was done in the ending, into the ending of this match. Bliss attacked by the left arm of Banks with knee drives to the arm ringer takedown by Bliss. Bliss went up top and hit a twisted Bliss splash, and but didn't get two count. Banks was able to counter a move by Bliss and slapped down to the Banks statement. Bliss pulled on the arms of Banks, repeatedly hurt her bad shoulder. That was good. Banks slapped on the Banks statement again, and Bliss finally taps out, and Banks had another title change, won the title, and it was fun to watch through. It was a good match, you can say that, and the show literally, I mean, kind of got into a better quality, as I said, and I like this match. I would say that, but that the left arm work could have been I mean, got into in before as well, not doing in the ending of the match, but uh, they actually put on the belt on put on the title on Sasha Banks, and so even though Bliss was over at that time, but she was maybe they would have not trusted her. Maybe they would. There's kind of a article that I read that they were having plans to have Banks versus Nia Jax. That was the thing that they were going to do. That's why. But again, a good match, you can say that, and we get to the another match. Next match, Demon King Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, and this match was a very fun match. I would say that. Very different from a lot of other matches. Certainly, this was a character versus character matches. The story was Bray Wyatt having is not liking the fans recepting for Demon King Finn Balor. That was the story here, and Bray Wyatt kind of attacking Demon King Finn Balor from the back, and he finally. Finn Balor finally finding his own character, the Demon King that he is known about, and wearing that character again. And this was a fun match that just I would stop into that fun thing, because you cannot say like a very good or wrestling match or something you have seen here. This was a fun you can watch through, and lot of the colorful thing, the whole presentation that they had, and Balor having to crawl back and just to defeat Bray Wyatt, and having that inner demon came out from him, and that was the thing. And he had a and after SummerSlam, after that victory and injury, and he got a match with Bray Wyatt, and that was a good, I would say, after 1 year. It was in 2016, I guess. It was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the Universal title. Finn Balor won the inaugural Universal title, and then he after the first Raw, SummerSlam, he actually relinquished it due to the injury. So, but again, I would say this was a pretty good match, and I like the way actually they actually presented it. And Demon King Finn Balor, we are very we want to see that character again, but we are not seeing it. But he said in one of the interview that he's going to bring that character if that story demands it, and it's not gone, he says. But he doesn't want to be very overproduced it, he has said that, and that's great, that's perfectly fine. But he had said, I'm completely agree with that. You don't want to have what they did with a fiend, because they had too much kind of thing this. Yeah, even though we were expecting to see more of them, but you got to control, and you got to control that you will see in a twice or mostly thrice, and that's it, because that's a story that you can tell, and not like yeah. So this was the match. In the ending of this match, we saw Balor right into the White's clothesline for two. White did his crab walk move. Balor doesn't feel like he was afraid, and he yells out with White selling shock and sling blade by Balor, then a drop kick and Balor up to the top rope with coup de grace with the Finn fall, and Finn Balor got the good victory, babyface victory here. And post this, we got. Uh, Mae Young Classic bracketology and SummerSlam and all, the announcement, and we finally get into the next match: Raw Tag Team Championship, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. A good match again, and I would say a babyface heel storyline here as well. And the commentator sold a lot that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are not getting together, because they had turned on each other before. They were friends, then they turned on each other, and then they are now friends. While Sheamus and Cesaro, they were enemies, and they became friends. I don't know what's I mean I do know what's the difference here, but it's pretty much the same situation if you think so. Both have been they're each other's enemies, but it is what it is. And Sheamus and Cesaro didn't got the respect that they deserve. Corey Graves and all of them said that, and that was the story here. And Seth Rollins, Dana Ambrose, a good story. But in this match, as Sheamus and Cesaro in the early on this match, they actually controlled Rollins, not getting the tag to Dean Ambrose, just driving Dean Ambrose into the I think so in the ring side, and the comeback of Rollins and Dean Ambrose finally getting the tag. Good ovation, and fans had a lot of support for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose reunion at that time. But I wasn't into this. I mean, even though they had a reunion, the Roman Reigns thing was certainly missing there. He was out, I guess, because of leukemia. But they sold it that this is just a two third of Shield. So they were planning when Roman Reigns come back, they would be reuniting this Shield. And as much as I liked the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose reunion, it didn't felt like a very important stand after, because after that they actually turned on each other, I think so. And Seth Rollins actually associated with him with Jason Jordan, I think so. That was a story that got to into a very boring way, and I didn't like that. And then after some months, Dean Ambrose actually heel turned on Seth Rollins. I think so. And as I remember, I don't know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please put it down in the comment section below, guys. And this match. Lot of good work, babyface heel work, that I said that. And Ambrose got the tag, and Ambrose had, and the same story actually continued with Ambrose as well, not getting the tag to Rollins, and they finding a way to get the tag. And that was the story here. And in the ending of this match, we show Sheamus dumped Rollins to the floor again. Heels pounded away on Ambrose, went for the white noise, and that was a great spot that I felt in this match. And he was in the white noise position. Sheamus was in the white noise position and Rollins hit a Hurricane Run on Cesaro into Sheamus, and tremendous, great spot, I would say. And Rollins is a flurry of offense. That ending sequence was great, with several kicks for the Sheamus and Cesaro, and Ambrose hit dirty deeds to get the pinfall victory. So another title change, and new Raw Tag Team Champions. So Dean Ambrose and Rollins, as much as they had a lot of title changes, but you pretty much can say that they are the faces. They are getting the victory, and so it's a good thing as well, but some kind of a predictable way as well. But you cannot take this is a title change, and so title change is a title change, guys. So a good match, a good story, babyface heel story, and that was it. Good action, loved it, and that was this match. The show was going good, I would say, and it wasn't into a very best kind of excellent manner, but it was going good. And we were getting into the next match, which was all the more good as well. United States Championship match, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon is the special guest referee, and I would say that if they have cut down the Shane McMahon, this match would have been the match of the night. You can say that, because Shane McMahon, this match had a lot of rev bumps, man. We were expecting that, because there was a story that Shane McMahon were get, I mean, they were having overbooking for ref, and he was getting attacked by AJ Styles and Kevin Owens by mistake, and Shane McMahon thinking like, if they play it out in this again in this match, if you do anything, and I'm gonna do it as well. Shane McMahon said that. So that was a story going into this match, and this match was actually built it into a slow manner, I would say. And but it in the ending, a lot of rev bumps. I can say that it created drama, it created kind of fun thing, but I didn't felt like fun. It was kind of overbooked rev bumps, so much. Shane McMahon took a lot of, and that didn't sometimes felt like it was believable. And one of them that I felt believable was when AJ Styles actually pushed AJ Styles actually pushed Kevin Owens, I think so, and Kevin Owens actually pushed AJ Styles, and that actually got hit on Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon actually fall down to the ringside, and actually got into a believable thing. But then Kevin Owens actually tapped out, and Shane McMahon wasn't there, and that was AJ Styles got angry, and he had a scuffle between them, and AJ Styles then got into a roll up. So this same situation was played down for Kevin Owens as well, but that felt kind of a monotonous thing, and just a way to have the match with a lot of breath bumps. And as I said, if Shane McMahon, I mean, including Shane McMahon is good, but they didn't have so much of bump. That would have been not good, but again, that it is what it was. And in the ending of this match, we saw a good near fall here and there, and the exchange of punch and chop in the ring. Styles went to Pele kick that avoided, Owens avoided and hit a super kick. Styles got a boot to the face, and Styles hit a Styles clash for 2 count. Went for the phenomenal forearm. Owens avoided it, and Styles went into the top rope. Owens hit a pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere. Styles had his foot on the rope. Shane counted, hit the three, and then noticed Styles' foot on no, again a miscommunication there for Kevin Owens. He's furious right now with Styles getting a roll up after that kind of distraction because of the discussion between Shane McMahon and for two, followed by a Pele kick. Styles connected with a phenomenal forearm off the top rope, and Styles hit the Styles clash for the second time, and Styles pinned Owens to end at 17 minutes. This match was very good, and if Shane McMahon wasn't there, it would have been a fantastic, great match, I would say. We get to the next match, WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura, international appeal match where Jinder Mahal is an Indian and Shinsuke Nakamura is in Japan, and they had a lot of commentators shots as well. They were showing Japanese as well as Indian commentary, and I would say this was something like a new thing that they did. And so people hate this match, and people hate the run of Jinder Mahal, but he did what he is expected to do as a job. I would say that he did perfectly that. I'm not uh, what do you do to a heels? Do you boo or cheer? Obviously you boo, is it? But that's what I'm saying. He did it perfectly, and one of the superstar, you can say, that did it perfectly as a heel character. And this match was it was a pretty okay match, I would say. And Jinder Mahal, there was a lot of involvement by Samir and Sunil. There was in the last where they actually they were in the apron, which actually was going to the finish of the match. But this was back and forth where in the beginning it was kind of slow, where Jinder Mahal has an extended amount of chin lock, and but yes, it was what it is again, and we cannot say can say anything. And but still, this was a pretty okay match, and we were expecting that fatal four way having a mood kind of thing. So we were kind of expecting to be into that match, but nothing special here, I would say. There were flat moments here and there, and but again, a pretty okay match in the ending. In the ending of this match, Nakamura fought out Mahal's finisher attempt, and Nakamura kicked him in the head. Nakamura had an opening, hit a running knee to the back of the head, Samir on the apron, and they thought about Jinder Mahal is in danger. Sunil as well on the ring, and they actually Nakamura actually hit Kinshasa on both of them, and then Mahal capitalized on that distraction and hit with a Kalas that didn't look good. I would say it didn't feel like a good Kalas, and Jinder Mahal had great Kalas on Randy Orton, if you remember, and this was one of the bad Kalas that he had, and Nakamura pinned him. And short match that didn't kind of into a going into a bad spot, and the cameras actually panned. Fans were expecting, crowds were expecting Jinder Mahal to lose the title because Shinsuke Nakamura was very over. He was just came to WWE, and we were expected to see one of the best storylines after this. AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura going to WrestleMania and all. And I would say that if he wasn't winning this match, I would have been okay. But he winning, not winning in WrestleMania, that's a thing that WWE should have done. I mean, and but they didn't do it after that as well. They had a match at Backlash, I think, so in 2018. But again, guys, this was the thing, and we had an AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar as well. Jinder Mahal actually lost the title after this, so it was a pretty okay defense to say. Jinder Mahal played the heel character very well, and you cannot take that from Jinder Mahal. And Shinsuke Nakamura also had a good job doing the selling and the performance that he had, but nothing special. A pretty okay match, and we were getting the big things, the main event, Universal Championship on the line. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, and this match was built as the behemoths match, and the four big monsters going against each other. This was chaotic. This was so good, man. This was so fantastic, and I would say this, as much as this was fantastic, this match got into a this match at a moment got into a low gear when they actually took Brock Lesnar out of the equation, and they had a Roman Reigns thing with Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns with Braun Strowman, which wasn't very entertaining, I would say. And Braun Strowman was over at that time, but he wasn't over like the two most favorites at this match were Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe had a lot of support in that match, lot of chants, and for getting his offenses on. And Roman Reigns had a least, he was getting booed, but the fact is he was a babyface here, and he was being WWE was feeding us with the babyface thing, and yeah, and we had a Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns face off, and then Braun Strowman come up, and they had that face off with Brock Lesnar. I mean, having some offenses here and there, and then we had a Samoa Joe thing as well. He was just having a defeat from had a match with Great Balls on Fire for the Universal title, so that was the thing. And a good match, and the best thing was Braun Strowman, who looked very destructive, and he actually hit a two power slam onto the apron. I mean to the announce table, not onto the apron, and then just flipped over to the announce table on the Brock Lesnar. I mean. It's great to see how actually he agreed to do this spot, man. This would have been so much hurting moment for Brock Lesnar, just having that too much weight on his stomach and leg. I don't know, very looked very real, and that was this is the thing. He if he wants to do the job, he just does the job very perfectly, and just is the greatest, one of the greatest modern seller, modern in the modern wrestling. You can say that you cannot take away when it just makes you look like $1 million, even if you're a small opponent. I've seen in Ricochet match in AJ Styles, just how he makes look at the his opponent, and that was this. I mean, great, excellent match. In the ending of this match, we saw, as I said, Brock Lesnar was out from the equation. The medicals comes up, and they and after some times, and then Roman Reigns had a encounter with the Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe. That wasn't entertaining. It got into a slow thing. Then kind of control segments here and there, and then Brock Lesnar came about, and then they had a chaotic situation again. Lesnar goes for the F5 on Strowman, but he couldn't do it. Strowman went for a power slam. Reigns hit a spear on Strowman, and then Joe slapped on the coquina clutch on Lesnar, but Lesnar fought off it with the F5, and Reigns broke it up. And in the ending was the weakest thing that I didn't like, man, because Reigns and Brock Lesnar was the ending part. If they had did it with Braun Strowman, I mean, Samoa Joe as well, that would have been good because. Yeah, so Joe should have been, but Reigns he threw Superman punches on Lesnar to stagger the champion. The same reminiscent of WrestleMania thing. Reigns set up the for the spear, but Lesnar caught him and hit the fine on Reigns and covered and got the victory. I was surprised to see Reigns didn't kicked out because he had kicked out so much of F5 in WrestleManias and previous matches, so many encounters that they had, and it's so repetitive that in any moment I don't want to see it. Now I want to see, guys, we should not remember he's a heel now, so I do wanted to see. I take back what I said. So that's this, guys, this was an excellent match. Fatal for me. You could have watched it. If you not watched it, do watch this match. This and the match that stood out for me was the United States champion. Even though they had a lot of interference, I liked it. And the main event, of course, the Universal Championship Fatal 4-way match. And Jinder Mahal Shinsuke Nakamura, no man, and pretty okay match. And Dean Ambrose Rollins, that was also good babyface heel match. That was, and another match I can say that is a kickoff match. I'm recommending kickoff, man, and it's very surprising to see you're not recommending uh, the main card matches, and you're recommending the kickoff matches, that the New Day versus the Usos, and that was fantastic. And this was SummerSlam 2017, guys. And if you watched it um, uh, before or now in this month of SummerSlam, please do hit in the comment section below what are your thoughts on this SummerSlam. I would be coming out with SummerSlam, another SummerSlam, and I'm kind of thinking about which one to do, but I'll be coming out soon enough, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace. And do share, like and subscribe to my channel, guys. And that's it. Peace.